Hello everyone, this is Moncef Afkir, and thank you so much for joining me in Being the Bridge podcast. And the subject today is, do we need to protect ourselves? And so first, before talking about that, is that we need to honor where we are in our journey. Sometimes we need protection, especially if we are still trying to connect to our true power. We are trying to remember our true self and what it feels to be a sovereign being. Because sometimes when we try to force something and we don't let it to happen naturally, it can, it can be very challenging for us, very confusing at times. And many times I contemplate this, because sometimes I experience the feeling that I need to protect myself, I need to defend myself, and other times I just don't need to do anything. But why? Because it's when I feel more connected to my sovereign aspect, my being in a sovereign state of being. It's like when we are connected to our true power, the outer circumstances, other people judgment, maybe other entities, they don't have power over us. When we are aligned with that infinite self, they are not able to take away our power, our energy. And whatever they say or they do, it's like it doesn't affect us. And somehow like they just let go and they move away. But also when we are in doubt, when we don't believe in ourselves, our truth, when we judge ourselves, in that energy, it becomes easy for them to, or it becomes easy for us to be affected by the outer judgments or energies that are affecting us. So here, like the message I want to share is, the more we connect to our true self, to our true power, the more we make it as a habit, like every time in our practice, it can be a daily practice, we take some time to just connect to that aspect of who we are until it becomes natural. And then at some point we feel like we don't need that defending ourselves like before. We know our truth, we know who we are, and what the way others are treating us, it's something that reflects how they treat themselves. We don't take it personally, and we live our life from a state of freedom, and the outer reality will reflect that at some point. Either people will shift, or the beings will shift and align with that energy that we are holding, or they will move from that timeline we are in. Take a deep breath. And here I'm not saying that we should not speak our truth. Sometimes being sovereign it means like speaking up and not staying silent. And when we do that, it's more expressing our truth rather than trying to convince others by our way of seeing things, by the way we live our life, the choices that we make. We are not expecting them to agree. It's just trying to create some kind of healthy boundaries. It's an act of love toward ourselves. We do that because we love ourselves, we honor ourselves, and we require from others to do the same. So this is why sometimes we are also asked to speak our truth. Take a deep breath. And so this comes with time, with experiences. When we face a challenge, when we try to create time for ourselves, to connect more to our inner child, to love ourselves more, and also in the times that we have challenging experiences in relationships with others, maybe it takes courage to realize that it's not about them, like how we feel, the way we are being triggered, and that emotions that we are feeling, it's not about the others. It's more about us not believing in our truth, giving away our power. But if we are embodying our sovereignty, our true power, maybe we can be triggered a little bit, but we will realize that this is not who we are. What we are seeing, it doesn't reflect our truth, and it becomes easier not to take that personally, like I mentioned earlier. So but also when we say that it's not about others, it doesn't mean that we judge ourselves that there is something wrong with us. It's not about telling ourselves that we shouldn't be triggered, we shouldn't feel that way. It's how to say, I always say, it's more about loving ourselves more, and this is the key to shift our relationships, to shift our life, to shift the way we take decisions, and the boundaries that we create, and everything comes from as a result of our relationship with ourselves, is a result of how much we love ourselves, how much we accept ourselves as we are, and then how much we feel more present in our true power. And if we are not, it's very essential to be gentle with ourselves, to hold the space with ourselves, to talk to ourselves or communicate with ourselves more gently, understanding that this is a journey that can be challenging. It takes courage, and also when we do that, because many people, they just choose to shut down, to close their hearts. But when we have the courage to, even though through those challenges, we choose to connect more to our heart, to open our hearts, to love ourselves more, that can be an example to others, because at some point they will see the results. They gave up because they didn't know what is possible. So we show them what is possible, and then it's their choice to choose. It's not us. We just give the example, and if someone wants help, they ask for it, then we support them. But in the end, it's their choice to make. So take a deep breath. And so that was the message for today. I hope it serves you. I would love to hear your feedback. You can type it on the comments section. And if the message resonates with you, I invite you to like the video, to subscribe on YouTube, on Spotify, or on Apple Podcasts. And so with that, I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.